Okay, here we go. It's Tuesday night, and I'm here. I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, physical therapist and health coach. And I'm hoping some folks are going to jump on here. I know they are. My clients jump on because they love the information I give out. Am I that smart? No, I'm not that smart, but I am. I love to research, okay? I love to research things. I love to learn new things about the human body, okay? I've been doing that for really since I was in high school, and then I went to physical therapy school, and then I went and got my doctorate. And it's just because I love learning, and I love to help people. I love to see people move forward, grow, have a better life. And so here's what I say: to grow, you have to take some of what you already know that may not be right and let go of that to take in some new information. And so tonight I'm going to give you some new information, and I think it's going to help you. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the psychology. Let's see, can you see that? Oh no, I need to flip it around. I thought I had already done that. Let me flip it around. So yeah. Okay, so now you should be able to see it right. Okay, so we're going to talk about the psychology of weight loss, and really it's the psychology of anything that's changing a habit, okay? And habits are things that we just do really without thinking, okay? So what I say is we are recreating. And so to move out of that place of, hey, Tina, out of that place of recreating, just doing the same thing over and over, you have to have an awareness, first of all, that you want to change and why you want to change and how could you change, okay? So I know I see a couple of my clients on here, and they would tell you when they started, they wanted to change. Well, first of all, they knew they needed to change, and that's the first awareness, all right? Those are that we're really talking about the stages of change, which is a whole nother teaching that I'll do. But so you have an awareness that something needs to change, and then you want to change, but that's not enough. Just being motivated is not enough. You have to have a reason, okay? Because your pain is what pushes you to change. Hey, Hope, your pain pushes you to change. So usually, like for people in addiction, it's getting arrested, it's losing their license, it's losing a marriage, it's whatever it is something, okay? For people that aren't healthy, what it is, so here's what I say: people that are not healthy are sleepwalking. Yeah, they're sleepwalking, and they have to run into the dresser to wake up. And usually that dresser is a diagnosis of diabetes. That's what I hear most. I went to the doctor and my A1C was 9, okay? Or amputation. That's probably on the far end, but I do have those people that the diabetes has damaged their kidneys and their extremities. Okay, so a heart attack, that's a common one. A stroke, or a partial stroke, or a TIA, a transient ischemic attack, or they go to the doctor and their cholesterol is up. Okay, that's another whole lesson about cholesterol. Hey, Rita. Okay, so but to change, you have to have an awareness that you need to change, and then you have to have the why. Okay, and so the why has to be strong. All right, the why has to be a strong reason. And so here's what I say: if you know what you want, then you know what to say no to. All right, so I knew I wanted to be married for my whole life to James, and so any other man that would come along, I would say no to him. Okay, well, first of all, I'm not going to put myself in that situation unknowingly, and but that was an easy choice because I had a strong why. I wanted to stay married to James, okay? When I lost 30 pounds, my strong why was that, first of all, I was embarrassed. I was afraid I was going to lose my job because I was a health provider, okay? I was a health coach, and I wanted to help people get healthy. And so my why was strong, and so I did whatever it took. So when I would see the food, the things that I love, I would say no, that's not going to get me to where I want to go. So the question is never, is it good or bad? A cupcake is always good, okay, if it's a good cupcake. Now, Little Debbie cakes and some of the stuff like that you buy at Walmart, you know, whatever, or buy those cakes, they don't enter. Now, James loves those cakes. Yeah, but so the question is never, is this good? Because so some of my clients that kind of have a plateau or kind of diverge a little bit, they'll say, but, you know, it's so good. I'm like, well, that was never the issue. It's never, is it good or not? The question is always, will it take me toward my dream? And will it fuel my body? And that's what I was meeting with a couple today, and I said, you know, the big issue is food becomes fuel. When you get the right perspective, food becomes fuel. It's what you're taking in your body for you to run down the road, okay, or to do whatever you have to do. Just like your car. You don't put different kinds of fuel in it. You put good fuel in it. You never put dollar gas in it. We've talked about that several times, okay? So the question is always, will this take me toward my dream? And my dream is to wear those clothes that I used to like to wear, to get away from those loose tops, to be buying bathing suits, not cover-ups, okay? But here's what happens, and this is the psychology, why you fail, and we talked about that last night, but I'll give you a little bit more of it, okay? All right, so most of the time, the mentality that we have when we're going to change something is, I want to be something. I want to be skinny. I want to be muscular. I want to play the piano. I want to, whatever it is we think we want to be, okay? And so we go at it, and we try to do things. So like we go to the gym, okay? Or we go on a diet, or we decide we're going to self-teach ourselves how to play the piano or play the guitar. Or, okay, so this model of I want to have something, I want to have a skinny body, or I want to have the ability, is a broken model, and it never works, okay? So most of the time people go to the gym, and then after 2 or 3 weeks, because they're not that person, they don't like it, they don't have a coach, they don't have a trainer, after a while they're like, okay, this isn't working, okay? All right, so they stop it. So here's what I hear people say to me a lot, the people that don't make the shift, is they'll say, but I don't like this or that, or I don't like vegetables, or I don't like kale, or I don't like meat, or I don't like, whatever it is, I don't like it. And I'm like, well, do you like disease? Do you like low energy? Do you like having heart risk? Do you like taking medicine? Do you like not sleeping? Do you like all of those things? So in order to get what you want, you have to change, okay? So the model is, let's be that. So I was talking with one of my clients today. She was a smoker, and she quit smoking, and then she said to me, she said, I really want a cigarette, all this stress and all that. And I said, well, you're not a smoker. And she said, yeah, you're right, I'm not a smoker. Okay, so when you're not a smoker, you don't smoke. I don't think about smoking, okay? When I became a Christian, there were things that I don't do anymore. I mean, because I'm a Christian. It's who I am. I'm not one day a Christian and not a Christian. I'm a Christian all the time. So there are just certain places I don't go and certain things I don't do. The same thing is with if you choose to be a healthy person, okay, or a healthy family. You say, okay, when we go to the grocery store, we're a healthy family, and so I don't have sodas, I don't have pecan sandies, I don't put that stuff in my buggy because I'm a healthy person, all right? And so I see myself as that, and then I become that, all right? So your current conditions and circumstances, the weight that you are, you chose it. And you can choose something different. Your future can be different, but it's what you're going to choose. So are you going to choose to keep walking down that road of unhealthy and moving toward disease? I mean, I'm not predicting it for you. I'm just saying it's just what happens. I see it all the time. 99% of the people I see at the nursing home are there because of their nutrition. Now, they say it's a knee replacement, but you don't have to have knee replacements very often unless you have been overweight, okay? So God didn't make our knees to carry that weight. Now, I'm not trying to put you on a guilt trip here. I'm just trying to help you realize that it's your thinking that gets you where you are, okay? I wasn't going to do this, but I want to do it. I want to do it because I think this will help you. All right, so here we go. Here is the mind, all right? And I've taught this a lot, but you may not have heard it, so it won't take but a minute to teach this. So this is not the brain now, not your physical brain, but your mind, your thinking mind. And so you've got your conscious mind and your subconscious mind. So up here is where the data is, all right? That's where information comes in from the outside. Down here in your subconscious mind are your beliefs, your ideas, your, just everything underneath that, just kind of what is there. And so, but your subconscious mind, your beliefs is what drives your actions, okay? So let me just say this. None of y'all on here got up on Christmas morning at 5 o'clock to look for your Santa Claus gifts. And why didn't you? Because you don't believe there's a Santa Claus. But there was a time that you got up early, and the reason you got up is because you believed there was a Santa Claus. So that belief drove your action, which got the results, which was getting up early. Same thing with the Easter Bunny. You used to get up looking for your Easter Bunny stuff, but you don't do that anymore, okay? So the same thing happens anytime you're trying to change a habit. If you can believe that you can be a healthy person, you want to be a healthy person, and that you are a healthy person. So I signed up 4 people in the last 24 hours, and all of those people now, I'm teaching them, I'm coaching them, you're a healthy person. And a healthy person doesn't eat brownies, they're not keto brownies, but regular brownies at 10 o'clock at night. That's just not what you do. Now, can you occasionally have a treat? Yes, you can. I'll do that occasionally, but I'll be honest with you, the longer I've done this, the longer those things, they're not appealing to me anymore. Just like sin as a Christian, there are things that just don't appeal to me anymore, okay? So that's what's going to happen when you get into my program, is you're going to learn how to change your thoughts, okay? So here's our slogan: change your story, change your body, change your life. So down here, so a lot of these beliefs were given to you by the medical society and by the food industry. Whole wheat bread is okay. Oatmeal is okay. Grains are okay, as long as they're whole grains. Granola bars are okay. Cereal is okay. Cereal's healthy. That's wrong information, okay? Fat is not healthy, and we went over that last night, so I'm not going to get into that. But you've got the wrong beliefs. But once you change your beliefs, and you believe, and what makes people change, that's what sales is all about, is they see other people getting results. You see my results, you see the results of all my clients, and so you think, I believe that will work for me. And so you say, okay, I'm going to try it, okay? Or you say, I just don't think it's worth it. Whatever the story is you're telling yourself. Those are the naysayers. I say there are 4 things successful people do. Number 1, they have a burning desire. Number 2, they have a plan, and that's what I'm going to give you. Number 3, they learn how to shut up the naysayers. Those are the voices in your head that say you can't do it. And number 4 is they have a community, and you're going to get all those things plus more, okay? So, but this is why you can't. So here you go. Your beliefs, what you think, is going to drive your actions. So I'm going to put actions down here, which gets you a certain result. Okay. So if I believe that, let's see, what can I say? Let's just say I believe that going through the drive-through and getting the dollar menu is a good deal and it's good food, then I'm going to do it. But if I believe that isn't going to hurt my body, then I'm not going to do that, and I don't do that, okay? So, but again, you can have a treat. You can treat yourself every now and then to something that you like. But if you do that too often, then you're going to fall back into being a smoker or being an unhealthy person. And that, so I say you have to start at the top to get to the bottom. Hey, Amy. Yeah. All right. So here we go. All right. So that's how we're going to change. Now, I'm going to give you one more little scenario that I think will help you. Okay. If you're going to change the outcome of a play, so there's a script that the actors read, and you're going to change the outcome, how do you do that? Well, the director has to write a new script because the actors are just reading the script. And so the director has to write a new script, and if they read it, then the play could change. So somebody could not going to die at the end, but if he writes a new script, then they die at the end. You are the actor in the play of your life, and you're reading a script, okay? I talked to a client today. She said, well, you know, and it was all these reasons why she was doing what she knew she shouldn't do. And I said, okay, you need to find your script that you read that you lost the 45 pounds. She said, yeah, you're right, I do. I said, it's really just a story. It's a story. I get emotional about this. It's a story you're telling yourself that's giving you permission to do what you know doesn't help you. And that's where a coach helps. Somebody to come along and say, okay, let's get the right story. So if you change if you can zoom out of your life, zoom out and say, okay, I'm going to write a new script. And that's the first exercise we do in the program, is you write a new script. What could your new script be? Because your old script went something like this. That little bit won't hurt. I've tried it before. It didn't work. So it's okay. I'm just going to be fat. I heard that today from a client. She said, yeah, I've been telling myself, well, it hadn't worked in the past. You know, it's just what it is. It is what it is. I don't like that saying, but it is what it is. Okay. So, but you can change that. Many people have. You see it all the time. You see before and afters. You see addicts become sober. You see people that were abusive change that, but they have to write a new script. They have to see themselves as different, okay? And that's what I want to help you with. And so, you know, you zoom out and you rewrite the script and you read from a different script. Does that mean you won't flip back to that old script? I mean, I can do it. I mean, that's why I don't buy peanut butter. If I had it in that cabinet, I would eat it. And here's the script. Well, Nancy, you're at your goal weight. That little bit won't hurt. Well, that little bit does hurt, especially if you're eating it at night. And so that's what I told you last night about, you know, what causes your body to store fat is eating close to going to bed because of what it does to your insulin. Okay, so if you have any questions, I want you to post them. All right, so here's what I want to say. Right now, you're functioning at your highest skill set in terms of losing weight. You're at your highest level, okay? Just like me, right now I'm functioning at my highest skill set on playing the piano. I've got to have some lessons. I've got to have a teacher. I've got to have a coach. I've got to practice. I've got to do some things to get better. So to change and quit recreating what you've always done, something's got to change. You've got to hit the reset button. And I want to do that with you. If you want to talk to me, just message me. I am going to open up the challenge. In fact, I've started adding some people. I've had a couple people say, look, I'm ready to go. They didn't even want to talk to me. But you got to talk to me to get in. And it'll take about an hour. But I got to know that you're really ready, okay? All right, so message me and let's get you going. I'm telling you, it'll be worth it to you. I've got some of my clients on here. They could hit the heart button or the like button or the whatever to say, yeah, it really works. Okay, so that's where we start is having a session with me. Okay, yeah, Rita, you're in. Okay, yeah, you're gonna be writing a new script. I hope you're starting that today, writing you a new script. Okay, so let's see. I want you to I want you to give me your email. If I don't have your email, and I'll put you on my email list. I'm sending out some emails this week. Go over to my YouTube channel, Dr. Nancy Stanley, and sign up. I've got a lot of good YouTube videos on there on cooking demonstrations and how to do this. Hey Gavin, it's good to see you. Hey Rita, yep, you're on it. You're writing yourself a new script. And then share this video with somebody. Okay, so I appreciate you joining me. Come back tomorrow night. It's going to be the last night of the launch. And gosh, I can't even remember what I said I was going to talk about, but it's going to be good. Let's see. Let me think what it was. How, yes, you can do this, how you can do it, and why you can do it. And I'm going to throw in a little more science because I was listening to some science stuff today that I think you'll be interested in. So I may even be doing some cooking. So join me tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, and we'll see you then. Have a great night.